Okay, and I'm gonna share my screen. Okay, before we start with the activities, I need you to describe me your favorite hero, okay? I will give you 30 seconds to think about it, and then I will ask 3 of you, okay? Because of the time. I will choose you, your favorite hero, and you are going to explain me why you consider it the best one. Consider him or her the best one, okay? And you are going to mention a weakness from him or her. Wait, Sebastian, I will choose you. I will pick some of you, and I will give you 30 seconds. So wait a moment. For example, my favorite hero, wait. My favorite hero is Batman. I consider he's the best one because he doesn't have powers. He's very, very strong. He does exercise. And he's handsome and he's tall and strong. Did I say that? And a weakness from Batman, he's afraid to the bats, okay? But he uses his weakness to be stronger. So I am going to choose to some people who never participate, okay? What? What did you say, sorry?
What is weakness?
Okay, so Itati, can you describe us your favorite hero, please? Itati, are you there?
Yes, teacher. Ay, perdón, es que se me activó una alergia. My favorite hero is Supergirl because she's so strong. It's like an alien and have many powers that can save the humans.
Okay, can you tell me a weakness about him or?
It's many.
No? Okay, thank you. Thank you, Itati. Cesar, can you describe us your favorite hero, please? Cesar, I cannot see your face.
It's the Captain America.
Okay, Captain America, why?
He's very strong and he only needs her shield.
His shield, okay. Thank you. Leonel, can you describe us your favorite hero, please? Who is your favorite hero?
My favorite hero is the same of Cesar. It's
okay. Why?
Because he's very strong, but he's very strong, intelligent.
And funny, no?
Yes.
Okay. Let me choose a girl. Diana, describe us your favorite hero, please.
Teacher, I don't have.
You don't have a favorite hero? Your mother, your father?
But if I search one, was my father.
Okay, why?
Because she loved me and I love him. And yes.
He is your example, no?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So right now I am going to show you the end in mind for today's session, and it is to make predictions about the story and share your opinion about slavery, okay? Do you know what is slavery? What do you know about slavery? We can see two pictures here in a quote from Abraham Lincoln. Where slavery is, their liberty cannot be. And where liberty is, their slavery cannot be. What do you know?
Teacher, slavery is like you have a person that is obligated to help or to do the things that
That
a
you want.
person that I want.
Okay, excellent, but that is a slave. Listen, slavery is the complete system where the people sold people in for money, okay?
Like esclavitud?
Yes, okay, but I need you to explain me in English. So slavery is a complete system. A person that works or that is being sold is a slave, okay? Slavery is a system where a person lose the rights, lose the liberty, okay? And you can, and the person who buys or who owns is it becomes a property, okay? So that is slavery. We are going to read the last story in your awesome reader, okay? We are going to listen to the half of the story, and you are going to finish to listen and read the story when the session finished. I am going to attach the track, okay? So this story is important. Well, I consider it very important because it is about speeches about persons that are fighting for equality, okay? Open your awesome reader on page 147, please. 147. Speeches that changed the world. Acuérdense que primero lo voy a reproducir así porque se traba menos y después comparto, ¿ok? Page 147, awesome reader. Okay, are you ready? As I told you, you are going to listen to persons, the speech of two persons that are talking and fighting about equality, okay? And about rights. Maybe we are going to have time to listen just one speech and you are going to listen the other one by yourself. Wait a moment.
Speeches that changed the world.
The United States of America have a dream. This dream is found in the heart of every citizen. It's whispered by every immigrant. It's as alive today as it was when the first settlers arrived in this country. It's the American dream. Everyone has dreams. Usually, dreams fill us with energy to move on. We hope things will change or be different. However, our dreams don't always come true easily or quickly. Sometimes many obstacles appear along the way, and they have to be overcome. Martin Luther King Jr. and Malala Yousafzai are two clear examples of people fighting for equal rights.
Okay, so here are the two persons. Malala Yousafzai, something like that. It's kind of difficult. And Martin Luther King Jr. We are going to start with the speech of Martin Luther King Jr. What is he talking about? Listen and follow the story because I will ask you some questions, okay? technical problems
along the way, and they have to be overcome. Martin Luther King Jr. and Malala Yousafzai are two clear examples of people fighting for equal rights. Martin Luther King Jr.'s speech. On August 28, 1963, members of the Civil Rights Movement organized a march in Washington. More than 250,000 people of all races bonded together to demand equal rights. It was a day all Americans would remember. The march was widely broadcast. People from all across the country tuned in to this historic event on their radios and televisions. Musicians played songs. Organization representatives gave speeches. Martin Luther King Jr.'s speech was the most memorable of them all. Martin Luther King Jr. had a dream. When he addressed the nation, people realized that his dream was their dream too. King influenced President John F. Kennedy to make much needed changes in the country. This helped end discrimination and enforce equal rights for all. King's speech helped make the American dream a reality. In the following pages, you will read an adaptation from the original speech, which was a little longer. Here, you can appreciate King's will and determination when addressing the people.
I am happy to join with you on this day. Today will go down as the greatest demonstration for freedom in the history of our nation. 50 years ago, a great American signed the Emancipation Proclamation. This came as a great beacon of hope to millions of Negro slaves. It was the dawn to end the long night of their captivity. But 100 years later, the Negro still is not free. He is still crippled by the chains of segregation and discrimination. 100 years later, the Negro lives in poverty while the world around him prospers. 100 years later, the Negro still wastes away in the corners of American society. He finds himself in exile in his own land. We've come here today to correct this problem. In a sense, we've come to our nation's capital to cash a check. When the Founding Fathers wrote the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence, they were signing a promise to every American. They promised that all men, yes, black men as well as white men, would be guaranteed unalienable rights. These included the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. It is obvious today that America has failed in this promise. America has given the Negro people a bad check. This check has come back marked insufficient funds. We refuse to believe that the Bank of Justice is bankrupt. We refuse to believe that this nation's vaults of opportunity are empty. And so, we've come to cash this check. We've come to demand the riches of freedom. We've come to demand the security of justice. Today, we must address the urgency of now. Now is the time to take action. Now is the time to demand the promises of democracy. Now is the time to rise from the darkness of segregation to the light of equality. Now is the time to move from racial injustice to brotherhood. Now is the time to make justice a reality for all of God's children. Our nation cannot ignore the urgency of this moment. 1963 is not an end, it is a beginning. Some think that the Negro needed to blow off steam. But we will not be content without freedom and equality. There will be no peace until America grants the Negro his citizenship rights. The revolt will continue until the light of justice emerges. My people now stand on the threshold of justice, but we must not be guilty of wrongful deeds. We must not drink from the cup of hatred to satisfy our thirst for freedom. We must always behave with dignity and discipline. We must not allow our protests to become violent. We must always meet physical force with soul force. Our revolt must not lead the Negro community to distrust all white people. Many of our white brothers are here today. They have begun to realize that their destiny is tied to ours. They recognize that their freedom is bound to our freedom. We cannot walk alone, and as we walk, we must make the pledge that we shall always march ahead. We cannot turn back. There are those who ask us, when will you be satisfied? We can never be satisfied, not as long as we suffer from police brutality, not as long as we cannot lodge in the hotels of our choice, not as long as we are confined to the ghetto, not as long as our children are robbed of their dignity by a sign stating, for whites only. We cannot be satisfied when a Negro in Mississippi cannot vote, nor can we be satisfied while a Negro in New York believes he has nothing to vote for. No, we are not satisfied, and we will not be satisfied, not until justice rolls down like waters and righteousness like a mighty stream.
Okay.
I know that some of you have come here.
We are going to stop there. Please, I need you to tell me, what is Martin Luther King Jr. talking about?
To the rights of the people black, that the people black have the same rights like the people what of skin white.
Okay, can you tell me the year? What is the year he gave this speech to the people?
1963.
Teacher,
Excellent, thank you.
1963.
1963, okay? And he was very angry because he was saying that America failed to his promise. The Negroes were, as he's talking about, the Negroes were suffering from discrimination, racism, segregation. So he was very angry because he was fighting for everybody, for all the rights, okay, of all the people. He wanted to, all of the people were treated fairly and equal. Somebody else you want to add? No? Okay, so you are going to finish to listen to the story, and you are going to listen to Malala's speech, okay? What is she talking about? Guys, if you answer the pages in your awesome reader at the end, the one you have to color the bar and the questions, it is going to be useful for you to comprehend the speeches better, okay? Right now, I am going to explain you the activities in your learning log, okay? So open your learning log, please. Week number 5. Page 72. Okay, in the activity 1, Diego, please, Diego Ignacio, help me to read the instructions.
Okay, underline the correct opinion A, B, or C to complete the following statement.
Okay, option. Underline the correct option A, B, or C to complete the following statements. This is vocabulary from the story, okay? We have I will give you the example, the number 1. When you talk in a very low voice, you whisper, stutter, or babble. Do you know the answer?
B.
Whisper.
Whisper,
Whisper.
whisper. Okay, so you have to underline, just underline the correct option. No problems in the activity 1. Help me to turn off your microphones, please. And let's go to the activity number 2. Alfonso, can you help me to read the instructions, please?
Yes, teacher. Have you ever felt you weren't treated fairly? In the following box, describe the situation and what you did to resolve it. Tell a classmate about your experience.
Thank you, Alfonso. We are not going to tell to our classmates the experience, but we are going to describe a situation where you felt you weren't treated fairly. No fueron tratados justamente, okay? The same as your brothers or sisters or friends even, okay? So you have to describe a situation. I am not going to tell you how many words or how many lines because it is your experience, okay? It is your situation. But is this understandable? Problems with this? No problems?
No, teacher. No.
Okay. Let's go to the number 3. Diana, can you help me to read the instructions in the number 3, please?
Yes, teacher. What do you think speeches that changed the world is about? If you could ask Martin Luther King questions, what would you ask? In the space below, write 5 questions for him. Then exchange books with a classmate in your notebook. Write possibles and answer Dr. King will have given to your classmate questions.
Okay, thank you, Diana. So listen, you are going to write 5 questions in this space. 5 questions if you could ask Martin Luther King, what would you ask? You are going to write them in this part. For example, were you afraid of giving this speech to the people? Maybe, okay, that is an example of a question, but I need you to have a space. Bueno, hagan su letra más chiquita ustedes, because you are going to write the possible answers, okay? ¿Qué hubiera contestado Martin Luther King Jr. a esto? Y van a escribir su respuesta aquí abajo. Okay, so 5 questions with the 5 answers to Martin Luther King Jr. Okay?
Teacher, he was the person that motivated the cause?
Yes, yes. He was the person that was giving the speech.
Like Malala?
No,
Yes,
just Martin Luther King Jr.
Okay, so she was to the good things.
Yes. 5 questions with 5 answers, okay? And the activity number 4, Marichuy, can you help me with the activity number 4, please?
Yes, teacher. Think of that you know about slavery in the United States. In the space below, write your opinion about slavery. Compare it with the opinion of a classmate and see if you share any similar ideas.
Okay, thank you, Marichuy. So you are going to write your opinion about slavery, okay? We cannot compare our opinion with another classmate because you're going to do it by yourself. But I need you to write your opinion. I consider slavery is bad because a person lose his or her rights or because of this or this or this. Okay, you are going to write your opinion about slavery. Have you ever watched a movie? There is a famous movie in Netflix about this movement of the Black people. I don't remember the name in English,
Teacher?
but in Spanish
Teacher?
it's Historias Cruzadas. Have you ever?
Ah, yes.
Historias Cruzadas. It's about a writer, a girl, a writer that wanted to write a book about the experience of the black people. Quiere escribir historias sobre, sobre los negros, los sirvientes que trabajaban para los blancos. Está muy padre la película. So if you have the opportunity to watch it, you can watch it in Netflix. Historias Cruzadas.
No es
And, Aaron, can you help me to turn off your microphone, please? Okay, so do you have questions about the activities in your learning log? You have 4 suggested activities. Check them, revise them. If you are in doubt, please let me know. If you have questions. No, everything is clear? It is easy. Even the story, it is easy to understand. You just have to comprehend the speech. Okay? So, suggested activities. Leonel, please pay attention. Suggested activities. The 4 activities in your learning log and the activities in your awesome reader. Okay? Chicos, ¿ya le mandaron las fotos a Miss Ana Laura?
No, I sent today.
Okay.
No, not you, teacher.
Do not forget to send the photos today to Miss Ana Laura, eh? I am going to
Teacher,